Okay, I think I'm recording. I didn't realize it had already hit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to start with a brief introduction. My name is Carly Ann Stoffer, and I know some of you know me better than others. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then I want you guys to do the same thing. So if you'll share below this video a little bit about yourself, so we can get to know each other, that would be so awesome. So well, first of all, my name, like I said, is Carly. And I wanted to share a hobby. I want all of us to share like a hobby or something special about ourselves, something kind of unique. And one thing about me is I really like to cook. I've always enjoyed like watching cooking shows and just kind of figuring out how to cook and coming up with stuff. And so I really like to do that. And I shouldn't say coming up with stuff. I always use a recipe and then I create from the recipe. But I do love to cook, and I like to try to bake. I'm not as good at baking as I am cooking, but I like to bake also. So, which obviously isn't always helpful. So it's been fun to use some of the fixate recipes and to try to make desserts healthier. Sometimes I try to like flip recipes, and I think that's really fun. So anyways, that's just a little bit about me. But I also am married. I also have a daughter. Obviously, we're all moms in this group. My daughter is 21 months, which is unbelievable, seriously. And I've been married for almost 5 years. My husband is active duty military. We're stationed in Oklahoma currently. So I hope that beeping isn't too loud, guys. I'm sorry. I have it on so I can hear someone. Well, I'm gonna have to turn it down. That's too loud. Okay. So anyways, that's just a little bit about me. And as far as my journey, I started coaching about 16 months ago when I was 4 months postpartum with Aria Bell. And I needed to find myself again. She's my first child, my only child so far. And it's just that postpartum experience, it's different for everyone. And for me, I mean, of course I was overjoyed. I had this beautiful baby, and she was, of course I was a happy mom, but at the same time I was really sad because I had lost this body that had never been through childbirth and carrying a baby. And so my body was different, and I was having trouble dealing with that. And my self-confidence was low, and I thought a lot of negative thoughts about myself. And I just needed something to help me refocus and to get back into shape, but also to get my mind back into shape, because that's just such an important part of the puzzle, right? So I feel like mind and body go together so much. So anyways, so this is what has helped me. It's been such a blessing for me. It is also a business for me, but it is, but I worked on my journey, and I work on my journey every day, and that's part of it. We all have ebbs and flows in our journeys, and some days are better than others. Some days are harder than others. It's just the way it is. And I love the accountability and the women, which I've told you already in the Welcome group. So that's just been one of the biggest things for me, is getting that accountability and getting some confidence back in myself, and knowing that it's okay to love myself right where I am, and to be okay with my body, even though I don't feel like it's perfect all the time. Like, it's the body that God gave me, and I need to be happy with it where I am, or I'm never going to be happy with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get the thought, I'm sure other people have thought it too, maybe you have, like, if I just lose 15 pounds, I'll love the way that I look, or I'll feel so much better about myself. But really, the 15 pounds aren't what's in the way of you and feeling better about yourself. Am I right? It's up here. And of course, you might feel lighter, and you might like the way you look in the mirror better. But if you can learn to love the person inside here, it's going to shine on the outside. Okay. So it's a little bit about me, and I want to hear from you guys, though, because I really want to get to know you. And I understand we're all moms, and we're all doing our thing, and we can't always get on at the same time, and that's fine. That's life. But I want to hear from you, because I want to get to know you. So just make sure and comment below, even if it's a long novel. I want to read it, okay? And everyone, make sure you have like a reason and a why. And like, one of my big reasons, like I said, is self-confidence. But also, I have a daughter, and I didn't want to be negative and have poor self-image and that to reflect onto her. I didn't want her to go into this girl thing, like not having self-confidence and not knowing how to love herself and be happy with herself no matter what, you know? So that's a big part of it too. I want to reflect self-confidence, and I want her to always feel confident no matter what. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to talking a little bit about nutrition. Basically, I'm going to be breaking down the containers that if you got the all access, you got the containers. And if you didn't and you don't know about these, like just message me and we can talk more about them. But so you get containers. And this is the best way that I have found to eat healthy, still be able to lose weight if that's your goal, and to still get all the nutrients in that you need and to not feel totally deprived all the time, okay? So you get your containers, and there's a purple one for fruits, there's a green one for veggies, there's a red one for proteins, and a yellow for carbs, a blue for healthy fats, and there's an orange one. Aria plays with these all the time, and I couldn't find the orange one. It's for seeds and dressing. Okay, and then there's a teaspoon, like that you get a certain amount. And so each day you get a certain amount of these containers. Now, the objective is not to eat them out of the container. It is so that you can see how much of that particular food you can actually eat in a day. So basically, I'm just going to give you an example of a typical day for a typical calorie bracket. Everyone's could be different, dependent on your weight and your activity level. And you would get a little booklet. It might not say 21-day fix, because if you got the all access, I think they have a special booklet for it. But basically, they're all going to have this inside where you can calculate, okay? You can calculate with your weight, and you multiply it by a certain number, and then you'll add a certain amount of calorie burn, and then subtract a calorie deficit. It sounds complicated, but it's literally all written right here. And then it gives you your calorie target, okay? So then you would go find the bracket that you're in. There's a chart here. And see, there's several brackets you could be in. We're going to use this one as an example. When I started back January 2016, this is the bracket that I started in. And really, I go to this bracket sometimes now. Also, if I ever am feeling hungry, I just move to that bracket, because either of these brackets are healthy for me, okay? But, you know, you could be here or you could be here, and that's fine. So this one, so what it is you would get in one day, the amount of food that you would get for that bracket is you get 4 of these greens, and the greens are vegetables. And this is a 1 cup container. So what's really cool is you fill it up and you dump it on a plate so you can see the amount of vegetables you're eating, like a salad. Like, that's a lot, okay? That's a lot of food. It doesn't look like a lot, but I promise. That's why you pour it out on the plate. Don't eat it out of the containers unless you have to, okay? So you would get 4 of these in a day. So what I might do is I might do 1 green in my Shakeology for breakfast, and then maybe do another green for a salad at lunch, and then maybe do another green for like a side at dinner. And I might even just do 2, and then I'd have my 4 greens in for the day. Like if I steamed vegetables or sauteed them, I could do 2 cups easy and eat that for dinner, because I love sauteed veggies, okay? And if you don't love veggies, put them in your shake, like spinach. It doesn't change the flavor, it just changes the color, okay? So you could get 4 of these in a day, 3 of the fruit cups in a day, and they come with little stickers. I don't know if you can see, and it says what's on them. You don't have to use them, but so this is a cup also. So if you got 3 of these in a day, usually you chop the fruit up, and if it's like an apple or an orange, it'll tell you how many of those you can have in a day. And then a lot of times I save these for dessert, like in the evening time, because that's my time. Sometimes I want a snack, so I'll save the fruit for dessert. But you could also have like a cup for breakfast and then save 2 of them for later in the day or something like that. I do want to tell you, in your booklet, you'll have little pages that, like, see the purple container, the fruit, it'll tell you all the different fruits that you can have and like how many. So like if you had a tangerine, you could have 2 small ones. That way you don't have to peel it and measure it in here. You can just have 2 of them. And then kiwi fruit, you can have 2 medium ones. So like things that are big like that, it tells you how many. And it lists them in order of like the lowest sugar content to the highest sugar content. So the healthiest option is always on the top. and then it's not like it's not healthy, but I mean, just as far as like fruit, the highest sugar content, that's going to be on the bottom. And like with meats, the higher fat is going to be on the bottom and the lower fat's going to be on the top. So I like that they do that. Okay, so then let's do protein. So protein is, I gotta look. The protein is 3/4 of a cup, okay? And so on that plan I was talking about, you would get 4 of these in one day, okay? And usually it's chopped up in there, and that would count. So you could do 2 eggs is 1 protein. You wouldn't need to measure it. You could just, like, if you want scrambled eggs, another good breakfast. If you don't do a shake for breakfast, you do a cup of spinach. You could do 2 eggs, cook them together. Then you've got 1 protein. You've got 1 veggie. Have some fruit with that. Then you have another fruit. You see how you kind of just keep track of them that way. And then, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, so some of them are pre-measured, like the eggs, like 2 eggs is 1 protein. And then also, if you wanted to do egg whites, you could have 8 egg whites as 1 protein. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, those count as proteins, and you measure them in here. I love that because to me, cottage cheese is a treat. If I don't have to count that as a healthy fat, nailed it, right? Okay. So this, like I said, it lists them all. So it starts like with the fish and stuff on top because that's the leaner meat, of course. And anyways, super, super helpful. So what have we said so far? If you're on that calorie bracket, you can have 4 greens, 3 purples, which are fruit, so veggies, fruit, and then 4 proteins. And this calorie bracket, by the way, is actually 1,500 to 1,799, so 1,799 calories a day. So that's what the bracket is. It's not counting calories, but it gives you an idea of how many you're having a day if you wanted to know. That's how they plan the portions. So then if we were going to carbs, I think it's 2 carbs. Oh no, it's 3 carbs on that one. Boom. So 3 carbs on that one, and the carbs are a 1/2 cup. I never have the measurements memorized. So a 1/2 cup, of course, carbs are everyone's favorite, right? They're my favorite. And so anyways, I feel like the key to this is kind of readjusting carbs for or at least for me, like my mindset, like brown rice is better for me than white rice. And like beans are a carb, like unless you're a vegetarian, then they're a protein. But if you aren't a vegetarian, you count beans as a carb. And that was like, oh, mind blown, like when I learned that. So, and like corn on the cob is a carb, but basically learning like quinoa and brown rice, and those are all good, healthy carbs. So I try to eat those like with dinner a lot. But also, of course, you could have a slice of bread, whole wheat or whole grain bread. And it says sprouted, but I do the best that I can, so I try to buy whole wheat or whole grain. And 1 slice would be 1 carb. You obviously don't need to tear it up and measure it. And it would also, an oatmeal. You could fill this up with oatmeal, with cooked oatmeal, and that would count as a carb. So you could portion out those 3, and sweet potatoes are also a carb. But anyways, so this one's always the one we want to save, and this and healthy fats, right? So then blue is the healthy fats, and this is 1. You will get 1 of these a day. It's a 1/4 cup. So it's like avocados, chickpeas. What else? Are chickpeas? Hummus. So I guess chickpeas, probably. Nuts, cheese, things like that would go in this one, okay? And then the orange one, which I don't have my orange container, it's seeds and dressing. So you could also count some of the nuts in this one. So you could double whammy on the nuts if you wanted to. And seeds and dressing, you get 1 a day. And I think all the plants, you get 1 a day. And then the other thing is teaspoons, like oils and nut butters. You get 4 teaspoons on this plan of those a day. So when you're cooking, you could measure out your teaspoons. And if you want peanut butter in your shake or peanut butter on your toast, you just have a certain number of teaspoons a day. And that is it's just a very well-balanced way of eating, It's not totally like I don't know, like you kind of have to keep track, but it's not as hard. I don't feel like it's keeping track of calories and logging everything you eat. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a simplified version. And then once you get the hang of the containers, like you can try you know, try doing it for a while without, but if you're not seeing results, then go back to the containers. But I feel like it's such a good baseline, okay? And what's really awesome is there's so much support with the container system. So first of all, there's like this cookbook called Fixate that a lot of the recipes from the meal plans that you guys are going to get starting next week, a lot of my recipes come from here because number one, they're delicious. Number two, they follow the container system. So how easy is that? So you get, like, for example, there's, what is that, a beef stew? And it tells you, sorry, I can't see very well. It tells you right here, like how many a serving is and how many greens, yellows, reds it is. So that's pretty simple. But if you don't have this cookbook, guess what? Since we have that all access on demand, I'm going to show you in just a minute how you can access tons of recipes by this girl who, Autumn Calabrese, she did the 21-day fix. She created this cookbook. Her and our chef brother made a cooking show, and it's on the all access. So if you have it, it's free. And tons. It has all the recipes, grocery shopping list. It has the little episodes you can watch about them. It has Shaco recipes. It has drink, desserts. It has everything on there. So it's like a little gem for sure. You don't want to miss that. So if you don't have this, it's not like you're out of luck. You can go check out that, okay? But if you don't have it and you want it, of course I can help you order it. Like, it's not even that expensive at all. So okay, so I think for the most part, I wanted to talk about that so you understood when you got these in the mail what they mean, and not to just like give them to your kids for toys right away. Like figure out how to use them. And if you have more questions, which you might, because I say it takes about a week to really understand what you're doing. Like, you have to like integrate it and really get in the flow with it. And then it's like, oh, okay, I totally got this. Like, then it becomes simple and kind of fun, actually. So, okay, the other thing is most of you are probably getting the shakes, right? They should be coming soon. I do the vegan shakes. This is chocolate vegan, and I just got my new vanilla vegan that I'm super excited about. So I'll have to let you guys know how that is. But guys, these shakes, they're not just a protein shake. You've already ordered, so you probably know this already. They have protein in them, of course, but they have pre and probiotics. They have phytonutrients. They have tons of superfoods. They have adaptogens. They have, gosh, what else? They have so many things that, like digestive enzymes, things that are going to improve more than just your protein level. I don't even know if that's a word, but like, it's going to help your digestive system. It's going to help your nail growth. It's going to help your hair growth. It's going to help. It could help the way your skin looks. Guys, I just really challenge you to, number one, drink it every day. Because what happens is sometimes people get it and they have one here, then they have one there, they have one a week later, they have one here, and then another week later. And they're like, that doesn't really do anything for me. Guys, you need to build this up in your system and really get this. It's like the compound effect, you know. You need to drink this consistently so that you can feel the benefits of it. And I would guarantee that you would feel them. And if you wouldn't, we need to talk and figure out what's going on. So they're going to give you more energy. It'll help you with your cravings. I'm trying to think what else. The energy one, I feel like it's a big one for a lot of people, for sure. And the digestion was a big one for me. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's just the truth. Like, it just really helps me get regular. So I'm super grateful for that. And so anyways, I don't really need to tell you on it because you have it, but I just want you guys to understand like how important it is to drink that. Okay. And there are regular, you might not have got the vegan, like, and yours will be, if you got the 30-day supply, it comes in a bag like this with the scoop inside of it. And if you got the 24 packets, they'll come in little packets like this, which is just one scoop. It's one serving, okay? Just so you know what you're looking at. And before you mix one up, they say on the packets to mix them with water, but I have some yummy recipes, like with almond milk and different ways to mix them. You can either look on Pinterest, and I have a good video that about my favorite way to make them, and I feel like that's super helpful if you've never made one before. Because like, I can drink it with water, and it's not like it really tastes. It doesn't taste bad. It's just chocolate, you know, the one I drink. Like, it'd be more of a texture thing if you just mixed it with water. So I would recommend blending it in the blender for at least 60 seconds. And like I said, with almond milk, it makes it super creamy, and a lot of people like frozen banana. So anyways, I shouldn't get into that because I just told you I had a shake video. So So I'm going to move on, but if you have more questions about the shakes, I'll share some more benefits in our group, and I will also share my video, and so you've got everything you need. And the other thing I want to do is I want to screen share the Beachbody On Demand so you can see how you log in, where you go, what it looks like, just because I feel like a couple of things have happened. They've changed the layout of it. So if you had the old one, then you might be confused. But I think most of you have only seen the new one, so it shouldn't be as confusing, but I just want to kind of show you how it works and some of the things you might not have noticed right away about it, okay? So I'm going to screen share right now. Let me go there, share screen. All right, and hopefully, I just realized, hopefully I'm still recording. Just a second. Let me stop the screen share just to be sure. Yes, I am. I got nervous that I wasn't recording for a second. Okay, let's go back to screen share. Now I'm throwing it all off, aren't I? Screen share. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you a little bit about Beachbody On Demand and kind of how to navigate it. So hopefully you can see my screen here. And I will actually make it full screen. Okay, so here is just the main page. It's beachbodyondemand.com. You can see right up here where my arrow is, that is the website. You go there and this is what comes up. This is the main screen. Now, I'm not logged in. As you can see, it says sign up or log in. All of you have a login. So click log in. And mine already came up. I don't actually know that my password is right, so I'm going to type it in just to be sure. And your login is going to be your email address and the password you have on your Team Beachbody account. So whatever you ordered with, that is the one you're going to want to use. It will be associated with your account. So I'm going to click login. Okay. And here we are. Okay. We are all in. And you can see here, there's different options I could click: workout programs, trainers, how it works, blog, message boards. And these will most likely take me to a different page on the internet. So, okay, so here's all the workout programs. Guys, access to every single workout that Beachbody has ever made. See, I'm just scrolling down, okay? First of all, it's pretty incredible, right? But you all know that. That's why you got it, right? So, okay, so there they all are. Now, if I wanted to do a program, I would just, there's the new one, UV2. So say we wanted to check out this new one, UV2, that just came out. It's like an, is it 80s or 90s? Oh, 90s. 90s music, oh, 80s and 90s dance program with the Leandro, I think is his name. He did the Brazilian butt lift videos. So if anyone has done those. But anyway, so here I am. I clicked on it. There's the overview of it. 4 weeks. It tells you about it, tells you the time, what it is, and the level, okay? And then I can click here for the actual workouts. There they all are, okay? They even have some for the kids, the same workouts in the kids version. And if I wanted to just go right ahead and do it, I would click play. But I might, if I'm wanting to start this program, there's always going to be a calendar that comes with the program. So I need to click program materials first, because otherwise I'm not going to know which program to do first. They might not be in order, okay? So I'll go to program materials. You could check out the quick start guide here by downloading it. But I'm just going to go ahead and go to the calendar because I want to see what the order is for the 4 weeks. And see, you could read all of that. But we're just going to, I'm going to start here week 1 on Sunday. Take your photos and measurements and then go ahead and pick your week's Shakeology recipes. Go for a 10-minute walk. So it looks like Sunday is the rest day for this program. And then it looks like every day, the first week, you're doing the same one. You're doing the move your body, right? So then I'd go back to my workout list, click move your body, click play, then it'll load. Well, the first time you do it, you have to accept this. The first time you do that program. And then it's going to load. And see, and it will play it. Now, obviously, we're not going to go through this whole workout, okay? But that just gives you an idea of how that works. So let's go back and look at, I'm going to go back to the workout programs. Now, say, okay, so that was the new one I told you about. And all of them are going to be just like that, the layout. So this one is the one I'm doing right now, 22-minute hardcore. It's a 22-minute workout. Pretty awesome. Same thing, overview right here tells you how long it is. Immediately you can see this is an 8-week program, 22 minutes a day, cardio, beginner to intermediate. Okay, so it's a little bit more advanced than the dance one we just looked at, okay? And one thing, so there's a workout list. Of course, I could go to my program materials because I would need a calendar first, right? Because I need to know what I'm doing. And then right there, week 1, take before photos, PT fit test, and do cardio 1 and core 1. So I know what to do on the first day. And see, they've scheduled Sunday as the day off and the meal prep day. And then one other thing I want to show you is they all have nutrition guides to go with them. So see the nutrition guide right here. Download that. And it's the same booklet that literally you would get if you ordered the program. Okay? It's just in the PDF format. You could print this off if you wanted to, which I think is incredible. So it has all that information I was just sharing with you about how to pick your workout plans. Like, check this out. This one is a little different in how you pick it. But see how I told you we were doing the $1,500 to $1,799? Right there. And this uses the portion containers. See? Look at that. Tells you what they are. And then it gives you the different food lists and these booklets. This is really cool too. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but I do want to show you this. If you scroll down to the bottom, which is going to take a second because it's a big PDF and it's loading. So let's give it, here we go. Just a second. I scrolled too far, didn't I? Here we go. Look, there's recipes in this booklet. Here's some sauce recipes, dressing, and there's more than just that because I've made some of the recipes in there. I think there's a breakfast taco one or something that was really good. What was that? Hopefully I can find it so I can show you all what it was. It was delicious. Maybe it's just because the file's big. There's some spice blends. I've made some of those before too. They're really good. Okay. Well, I'm not going to spend too much more time scrolling through if it keeps slowing down. But at least you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And it gives you sample ideas on there. And like I said, you can print those out. You can print certain pages out if you just wanted to print the recipes out. So all of the programs have this. They have the program materials with the quick start, the workout calendar. And some of them have these sheets, tally sheets, so you can record, like if you're doing weights and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Hammer and Chisel is one that has that. That's really good too. You can also get it in Spanish if you need it. So there is that. What was the other thing? Oh, I was going to show you Fixate. So let's go back. If you click this Beachbody On Demand here, it takes you back to the home screen. Super simple. And then if you scroll down, first of all, there's some awesome yoga I didn't mention either, but there is awesome yoga on here. But Fixate is the cooking show I was telling you about. So it's laid out the same way as the workout programs, but I'm just going to go to the workout list because that's where all the videos are. And look at this, guys. Pancakes, parfait, salad dressing, macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh. Actually, that's in the Fixate cookbook, and that is one of our favorites as a family. We love it. And it's on one of the meal plans that you guys will be getting. And this is all the foundational videos. Those are amazing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Those will really help you get rid of stuff, junk in your pantry, and also help you restock it with good, healthy food items that you can use for all these recipes. Breakfast recipes, entree recipes, kid-friendly recipes, sides and snack recipes, salad and soup. Look at all these recipes, you guys. And they're super quick videos, like 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes. Like, they're not like 30-minute cooking shows. Okay? And then if you want the recipes, look at this. Fixate recipes. You download it right here. It gives you all the recipes. It's pretty much like a cookbook PDF. Like, how cool is that? Okay? So I think that's the bulk of what I wanted to show you on here. I like the new layout. At first it threw me off, but it's pretty simple to use. Remember, clicking that Beachbody On Demand up here always takes you back to the home screen. And if I clicked that, I told you it would take me to the blog. The Beachbody blog has some of the best information. Oh, and actually it's connected still with, it didn't take me to a different site, which I thought it would. Still connected with the BOD, which is awesome. And But the blog is really good. It has a ton of meal prep stuff. I'll actually be sharing some of the meal prep, trying to see if it has any of that on here currently, but it has a lot of good meal prep information. Here's some right here. Is really good for meal prepping. If you have to plan it all at the beginning of the week. Okay, I remember the other thing I was going to tell you. It has a new kids channel, a kids and family channel, which I was doing with Arya tonight, and it's really cute. So like if you go to the workout list, it's got all these workouts, and like Sean T, I don't know if you know who that is, but he has a lot for kids. Oh, I don't know what happened. I was just on the kids one. Anyways, you see it right there, the kids and family collection. I'll let you guys check it out, but it's right here. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Kids channel fixate. Yep, I think we're good. And so beachbodyondemand.com, and you just log in there, and I usually stay logged in, but you could log out if you wanted. So I'm going to stop the screen share. And oops. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, just comment below with them. And that is all I have tonight. So thanks so much for jumping on. And if you're in my group right now, don't forget to comment below with your intro and tell us a little bit about yourself so we can get to know you. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye.